How's it going, Laser Bruce's up? I'll be Sixkilla and welcome back to Paradise Killer. It's time to meet some of the rest of the residents because we've been meeting them very slowly because there's just so much to find and do and look for and explore. So it's been taking us a while to get around to meeting everyone, but there's a bunch of people that have missions or, you know, information for us, so we really need to hit them up. So we're going to try and find some of them and try not to get too distracted by everything that's going on around here because there's a lot going on and I just want to interact with all of it. Oh my god, that guy. You freaked me out, man. I don't think we've been down here yet. Rare and highly prized. Sometimes people inflict misery on others in an attempt to pan for them. Yeah. Oh, look. We can unlock a fast travel here. Thank you. Lies. Blades that glimmer in the moonlight when held aloft on the top of a conquered pyramid are of sin are highly valued. Yeah. Well, good. I'll bear that in mind for the future. As you do. Are you a person? You're a ghost. Okay, good. I'll talk to you in a sec. A pamphlet about the celebratory gardens. They're dedicated to Gregory Complex, the syndicate member responsible for weaving the broken timelines together several sequences ago. His sacrifice will be remembered. Is that you? I can only see the back of your head no matter where I am. Are you here to take me away? Depends. Where you want to go? Where I have to go? To the ritual. Are you a citizen? Am I? I was once, but now I don't know. I'm lost. You're still here even after the citizen slaughter ritual preceding the end of this island. Why? Maybe the gods rejected my sacrifice. I knew the ritual was coming. We all knew it, but it was sooner than expected. I thought we had a few more hours, so I left the house to go and find something I'd lost. And what was that? A stone that had fallen from my ring. It was something my wife gave me to celebrate our first lunar cycle together. It's got no value. She just found it on the beach, but as we held it, our troubles seemed to fade. Being close to each other is all that mattered. When we got married, I had it placed on my wedding ring. It fell out a few days ago. So you're out looking for the stone? Yes, I needed that stone with me. Before I found it, the marshals came and took me to the ritual. I pleaded, I begged, I just needed a few more moments. I became so angry. If I couldn't find my stone, then at least let me see my family one last time. I was always told death would be peaceful, but that was a lie. How do you feel now? The anger is not dissipated, but I'm still here. I'm here for a reason. I must find my stone so I can rest. Will you help me?
I need to investigate this.
I'll find your stone. I'm an investigator. Thank you. Look around the park between the citizen and the syndicate apartments. I'm sure I lost it when I sat on the beach there. Okay. I will have a look. No promises, but I'll have a look. Jesus. This one here is pretty close, 41 meters, and he's got important stuff to say. And he's the dodgy one, Yuri. This image is the last thing a drowning victim saw. Ooh. Oh great, it's you again.
That's strange.
Is this the end of the syndicate? Thinking out loud, Love Dice? How the hell should I know? They're your people. Now piss off and investigate. Geez, getting a bit ruder now. Thank you. 20 meters that way. I got a lot to talk to you about, Yuri. I'm not using the vending machine. I'm sorry. Not right now. Secretary to the architect, I see. You're the famous investigation freak. I don't believe we've ever met before. Yuri Knight, secretary to the architect and the fairy woman's handler. Born in the marble chambers on Island Sequence 15 under the sign of Dire Rose. Yuri is new to the syndicate and has quickly risen through the ranks. I can't believe in our darkest hour the judge called on you.
Thank you.
You're a charmer. I'm not here to make friends, freak. Evidently. I don't like sarcasm, freak. I understand you're secretary to Architect Carmelina and Lydia's handler during her fairy woman duties. Did you manage to deduce that? I think I'm making a few other deductions about you as it happens. And what might those be? I was raised better than that. Don't put too much faith in how you were raised, freak. It can hold you back.
The investigator.
You broke free, did you? My parents were cowards. I'm not. It's not a big mystery to solve. Let's get to business. What do you want, freak?
Paradise feels wrong.
No mention of grieving for our loss? Grieving is a sign of weakness. I said let's get to business. Stop dragging this out. Oh, he is a charmer, isn't he? Do you believe Henry did this? What an insufferable question. Of course he did it. The Grand Marshal has him in custody.
Strange.
No suspicions of anyone else? The islands are full of schemers, you know that. Want to drop anyone in it, Yuri? Dish the dirt on someone?
Who?
Who's got a motive to kill the council, Yuri? The killer is in a cell waiting to be executed. Let's say he isn't the killer. He is.
I'm glad to be back.
It's a thought experiment, Yuri. Play along. If Henry didn't kill the council, who else has motive? Fine, I'll play along. You should investigate Crimson. Oh, we're planning. You gave that name up pretty easily. I've had my suspicions for a while. Why? Something sits wrong with her. Why did she get blessed? What would stop her wanting more power now that she's blessed? She's too smug.
That's strange.
That seems tenuous. You're the investigation freak. Investigate. Sorry, I turned the voice right down. Not off, but right down. Because I'm just going to talk over them. Because, like, if it was fully voiced, I'd just let them talk. But it's very little voice. So it's easy just to talk over them. You know?
Where?
I hope that doesn't bother anyone. Where were you last night? I was directing the ferrywoman all night. From where? Here in the celebratory gardens. You often work in the gardens. My work last night didn't require a desk, and the gardens are beautiful when an island is ending. Any proof? No, freak, the gardens aren't covered by logs unlike the HQ.
Crime can
Give me your phone, Yuri.
Sure.
I need to verify your location last night. You would have been making calls with it if you were directing Lydia. I'm under no obligation to give you my phone. I have important work to do with it.
Got it.
Not until I finish my important work, you don't.
Investigator is
I have jurisdiction here. I'm the investigator Judge called on. You're obliged to assist my investigation. I'll haul you in front of Judge for obstruction. If you don't give me your phone, I'll also assume that you have something to hide. Fine, whatever. Nice, that worked. That wasn't so hard, was it? Just do what you need to and bring it back. I just need to use the comms tower to verify location of calls made from this phone. Then you can have it back after the trial. Okay. What do you know about KHX's disappearance? He hasn't been seen for a few days, probably sleeping off a hangover. He was one of your old drinking crew, wasn't
I
he?
have a bad feeling about
Isn't a missing syndicate member something of concern for one of the people responsible for getting the syndicate off the island? I can only work with what I have. If he doesn't want to be picked up by the ferrywoman, I can't help it. He's his own man.
That's
No concern or empathy? What do you want from me? I can't care about everybody. It's exhausting. You don't seem to care about anybody. Tell me about Crimson. The traitorous idol.
strange.
Traitorous? She peddles her secrets and destabilizes the syndicate. You're worried she's got something on you. Has she got a motive for killing the council? She has her own secrets. I'm sure she isn't happy about people knowing. She wants to play soldiers again. She won't accept her new role and wants to run around with a sword and gun fighting demons. If the next island is perfect, there won't be any more demonic invasions. I think she's trying to destabilize the island so she can have another go at playing soldier. Interesting. You sure this isn't just about her blessing? What about it? You're jealous. Your deductive skills have let you down, freak. I don't think they have. Have you ever visited the library vaults? From time to time? For work or personal use? What does it matter? I'm chasing some leads. That vault contains forbidden texts about demonology. A demon is purported to have possessed a citizen and murdered the council. It also contains other books. I'm the architect's secretary. She occasionally requires records and texts for her work. So you didn't take books on demonology? Do the words demonology and architecture sound the same to you, freak? Similar. Did you see the architect last night? I saw the architect before I started my duties with the ferrywoman. You should ask her about the time of the murder, though. I was here. Did you see the doctor last night? He said he was in his clinic. Ask him, not me. Alright, I guess we're done with this prick. May you see through a million eyes, and may you reach the moon. Abso-fucking-lutely. Alright, let's go. Let's check out the beach. I know there's nobody here to talk to, and I said we were going to talk to people, but now we're in a new area, and there's probably things hiding around here that I could pick up. You know, and I really like collecting things. I'm sorry, I can't help myself, alright? Jesus. I'm weak. I'm weak. It looks like there's nothing out here anyway. Up. I knew it would pay off. Thank you. And that paid off. Oh, there's another one. Hup, hup. She's quite the jumper, despite the fact that she can't direct her jumps at all. She's still not too bad at it. Cover a bit of ground, cover a bit of distance there. Nope. Oh look, there's a blood crystal. Look at that, it's double-digit blood crystals. We're getting somewhere, we're moving up in the world. Fourth island sequence, we understand. Communing with the gods lets the alien devils in us. Lets the alien devils in. They rot our islands and condemn us to failure. We must never speak to them. Some do not obey the law. What, speak to the devils? The alien devils? Are the demons aliens? I'm a bit confused. I'm not sure I'm ever going to know either. There's just so much to learn about this world that we currently inhabit. Because it is very strange. Very strange indeed. Stones painted by children before they go to the slaughter ritual. They make wishes for their next life. Citizens don't have a next life. Jesus Christ, that's horrifying. Why does this happen? Why do people allow this? Incoming call. Go on then. Grand Marshal Akiko 14. Love dies. We have the suspect in custody. You are not necessary. So why are you calling? I'm under orders to cooperate with you, Nina Recito. What? Who's giving you your orders? Judge, obviously. Judge has assumed authority while this crisis is resolved. Haven't you been briefed? Are you just wandering around without a clue? We have a suspect that was found with the murder weapon. He has motive and history. He was found with the council's blood in his stomach. We're not making a super collider here. Nino Recito? Henry broke free, tore through the prison bridge, breached the holy seals and murdered the council. Case closed, investigator. Says you. I hope this is not as simple as it appears. The suspect is back under inhibitor sedation. Inhibitor sedation? Dami Puter. Inhibitors are injected into him to keep him sedated. Go ask Doomjazz if you want to know more. I'm guarding the suspect at the desolation cell, on the rock if you need to speak to me again. The control panel to raise the bridge has been updated to accept your blood vial. Only I have access to the prison, but Judge ordered me to authorize you. The bridge across the prison is on the south beach. Goodbye, okay. Okay, I see. Alright, well, I mean... that gives us somewhere to go. Some main mission to go for. What? How do I get in here? These bars on the prison bridge have been destroyed. I presume this is how Henry got out. The desolation cell is connected to the mainland by this bridge. There's some residue. I'll run it through Starlight. Residue sample, 68.7% thermite, 29% barium nitrate, 2% sulfur, 0.3% polybutadiene acrylonitrile. No traces of unknown chemicals found. Starlight says this is thermite. It doesn't seem to be demonic in nature. Someone may have melted through these bars. Can I walk through them? Yes. What do you want, freak? What's your deal? Security. After last night, I'm here to man the bridge controls. Why? These are the only controls. The Grand Marshal is guarding the killer. If he escapes again, which he won't, I'm here to raise the bridge. Good, just in time. Glad Paradise is safe now. Alright. Let's hack into the mainframe. Okay, Demon Horns one. Let's see if we can do this a little bit faster. We're getting better at this, right? Nice and quick. Okay, we got little Bubba Horns on the skull. Boom, piece of cake. Piece of cake. Oh, there's the bridge. Alright, now we get to the prison, right? That's exciting. This door leads to the barracks. It's a secure tunnel to the desolation cell where Henry is incarcerated. It's coded only to Akiko's blood vial. Cool. Cool. I mean, the more information we get, the better, right? It's going to be really important for later when we're talking to people. It seems like every time we pick up a piece of info, just randomly around, then that adds new things we can talk to people about. Which is obviously how we further the investigation. It's huge. It's going very well. I think it's going. We got 11 blood crystals, so we're rich at least, if nothing else. We've got enough money for to have a foot spa and unlock some more fast travel places at the same time. Well, there you go. Speak of the devil.
Fast travel unlocked.
Thank you.
Starlight skins obtained.
This bridge appears when the planets align. Those who walk across the bridge travel to a new reality, trapped there when the bridge disappears. Ugh. I don't want to be trapped in the new reality, especially now that I can fast travel. It doesn't matter anymore. That's the bonus of fast travel. You can't make me stuck at your new reality. These gods are freakishly weird, man. Interrogate. There you go. Pardon? I'm calling you something unspeakable in my native language.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Good to see you again, Akiko. Grand Marshal Akiko 14. Born in Mihai Day, Romania in AD 991 under the sign of New Night. The Grand Marshal recruits, trains and leads her marshals in any military activity the Syndicate performs. Akiko was born an orphan in Mihai Day, Romania, during the reign of the gods. She was drafted into the army of New Night as Damned Harmony's forces pushed across Eastern Europe. At age 13, she was leading guerrilla operations after excelling at hand-to-hand and weapon-based combat. When the Great Betrayal happened, she fled to join the Syndicate. New Night had given her a home and a purpose. She had no intention of forsaking her god. I'll brief you on the murderer.
Sure.
I'm listening. It's always the first time, I suppose. Henry Division has been incarcerated for a decade. Before his incarceration, he was arrested multiple times for arson, robbery, assault, and attempted celestial rituals. Well, he doesn't fuck about again, I guess. He's been under watch by his school and served a short jail time for attempting to communicate with the gods in a failed ritual. Interesting. 1 year later, he succeeded in communicating with the gods. Demons poured in through the psychic pathways he opened. Henry was possessed by a demon and killed his mother in their apartment. We arrested him, but he'd already tainted the island. We sealed off the area around his apartment, the concrete sarcophagus over the dead zone. Henry resisted arrest and murdered our chief exorcist, Grace Bloodlines. He's been kept in here, in the desolation cell, full of inhibitors ever since. So how'd he escape? I removed him from his cell and took him to the ritual stone. The blood pools in the recess of the stone and stops the tainted liquid from touching the island. Took his chance when I opened the cell. He pushed me aside and then he was gone. This is at 2352. You appear uninjured. This is Masahiro's Heavy Industries Bleeding Edge Shikagawa power armor. Oh, really?
Don't test me.
The armor wasn't enough to stop a citizen? When you face a demon in battle, you get to comment, freak.
Sure.
How did Henry get a murder weapon? He took my combat knife. Oh, so it was her weapon that he killed them with. When he escaped in the struggle, he grabbed my knife. Did he attack you? No, he took it and ran. Where'd you find him? Outside the council building at 3 past midnight. He was passed out. The demon did its work and left him broken. He had the knife with him. I attempted to secure the crime scene, but I was unable to. We're not able to traverse the second holy seal. Naibi and wrap this up so we can execute him and go to the next island, Love Dies.
Cannot hide.
Our orders are to investigate before we execute him. Don't drag this out. Do your work and let me do mine. Here's my report about last night. Thank you. And a report on that Labaju's history. Dr. Doomjazz left his medical report with me as well. Take it. Doomjazz examined Henry. When we found him, we killed the doctor. It's standard practice to get him examined. Speak to Doomjazz if you want to know more. Yes, okay, goodbye. Can I talk to Henry? This is Dr. Doomjazz's medical report for Henry. Doomjazz examined him last night after his arrest. Syndicate Health Assessment Document, Citizen Version.
Got it.
Examination instructions state the citizen should be examined but not administered medication or care beyond what is necessary. Patient's body is strong but fatigued. Shows clear signs of possession, scarring, burns, and arcane sigils. Blood work shows no sign of abnormalities or intoxication. Patient has visible blood around the mouth. Test shows this blood matches several victims of the council's murder.
Got it.
Further samples confirmed the blood was ingested via the mouth and within the stomach of the patient, likely ingested during the attack. So he's like a vampire? Patient appears free from mental illness and is suffering from amnesia, a common side effect of demonic possession. Patient has no memory of the decade since his possession. Patient doesn't remember anything about the events of tonight. Collapse most likely due to the extreme exhaustion from overexertion.
I hate demons.
During the patient's possession 10 years ago, arcane sigils were seared into his flesh by the possessing demon. These symbols were found drawn in blood at the crime scene. Since no exorcism was performed 10 years ago, Henry has been tortured by the demon contained within him.
Investigator is here.
During prior examinations, the patient has complained about the white-hot rage inside of him. The patient's body had the correct dosage of demonic inhibitors. My final assessment is that the demon within the patient managed to overcome the inhibitors at a crucial moment. The patient escaped under the will of the demon, with no memory of it having happened. Well, everything checks out. This sounds like a horrible world, though. Where there's a bunch of elites and the working class are left to worship and then die for them. Sounds horrible. I mean, good on Henry for escaping and murdering some of the upper class bastards. If Henry escaped, this is where he started from, according to Akiko. I can measure the time it took if I find his end spot.
Henry Division.
Hi, Henry. Who the fuck are you?
Division.
The prime suspect. A citizen born to Rena Division 27 years ago, father unknown. Arrested multiple times by the Marshals for assault, robbery, arson and torture. Imprisoned in the desolation cell after killing his mother during his possession 10 years ago. Intellectual and creative, but finds it difficult to apply himself. He struggled through his schoolwork until he became aware of demonology and suddenly developed an interest in occult mathematics. I said, who the fuck are you?
Ooh,
An investigator.
is here.
I want to ask you some questions about last night.
Want to have a nice little chat?
Okay, let's have a chat and a talk. A nice sit down.
Sure.
Let's start with your history. You're a citizen born on this island 27 years ago.
Nanny, the hell?
No one knows who your father is. That's weird, isn't it, investigator? You syndicate fucks control the whole island, but you don't know who fucked my mum? No DNA check? No nothing?
Don't test me.
You've been in and out of Marshal detention center more times than anyone else.
The facts and the truth are not.
Fighting, robbery, arson, torture, and then finally you got locked up when you were possessed by a demon and killed your mother.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You broke the law and started communicating with the gods. An act forbidden because the psychic pathways allow demons, other alien races, to enter our reality and corrupt the island. I grew up without a dad, on a synthetic island in a different reality, forced to worship gods that want to rule the world. I needed something to do. And some fuck started giving me books on demonology. Said I was gifted astral communicator or some shit. Someone's been giving it to you.
Sure.
Sounds like Yuri to me. You don't know who it was. Are you fucking deaf? Sounds like I need to look into this. Sounds like I need to look into this.
Don't test me.
I'm gonna need a drink after this. I'm going to...
Facts and the
Stop
truth
it.
are-
You couldn't handle communicating with cosmic beings and a demon possessed you. Cosmic radiation poured out of you and now we have a dead zone. A demon possessed you and you killed your mother and Grace Bloodlines, our chief exorcist. Whatever you fucking say.
Don't test me.
No memory of that either.
The demon wants to
Fragments. You ever try to catch a fish with your bare hands? The trick is to put your hand in the water and let the fish get used to you. Eventually the fish will swim to your hand and you can grab it. Grab too early and it gets away. Take your hands out because the water's too cold, you just have to start all over again. That's what it's like for me and my memories. It might have happened. It probably happened. It definitely happened. It never happened. All of those are the same to me. Are we gonna fucking get down to some actual questioning or what?
Sure.
Before that, tell me about the demon inside you. I've had 10 years of this fucking thing writhing around inside me. Glass shards in my bones. Boiling, blood boiling, flesh on fire. It's been a real fucking party. I like this guy. How does the demon make you act? My body used to be real pretty, now look at me. I'm a grey husk covered in this demonic shit. These sigils constantly cook my flesh. 10 years of the stench of my own flesh being seared. I'd say it's had a pretty negative impact on my outlook and behaviour.
I'm shocked.
You got any fucking questions or what? Come on then. Oh, we got a lot. What's your motive for killing the council? Is that a joke, investigator?
Shocked.
You syndicate fucks drag our citizens from the real world to your shithole island and treat us like cattle. We worship your gods while you leech our psychic energy. I hate you. I hate the Syndicate. I hate your council. That's my motive. I don't know about anyone else, especially you Syndicate fucks. Yeah, I get it. He's got a really good reason for killing everyone. What about the demon inside you? I can feel it on the edge of my consciousness all the time. Shadows on the periphery of my vision. Did it make you kill? This demon is pure rage. White-hot, scalding rage has burned my mind for a decade. This demon wants to see this island scorched into nothing. That's fair. I'd do anything to placate him. Did you kill the council and martial guards? I don't remember. I've been told I killed them. Maybe I did. My memory is fleeting, like mirages in the desert that disappear when I get close. Do you remember anything about the night? New Night. New Night? The warrior goddess? My mind is like a desert covered in a fog. I can see things coming out of the fog, and sometimes I can walk towards them and latch on. My memory about last night is different. There's nothing there, no fog, no desert, just an expanse. Except, I can see New Night.
Sure.
Did someone say New Night to you last night? No, I don't know. Maybe. I think I saw the goddess. You saw a goddess? Was this before or after you were found by the Marshals? I don't fucking know, investigator. Why don't you go find out instead of making me do your job? This island has a lot of statues of the gods. I need to find the statue of New Night. She's the goddess of the warriors. Their barracks may be a good place to start. Okay. Did you see Yuri last night? Who the fuck is that? Tell me about how you ended up like this. What's to tell? A bored kid finds his calling, gets punished for it. That calling being illegally communicating with the gods and causing a demonic invasion.
I must be the bad guy, right?
We all need a hobby. And now I'm here. This guy's great, man. Tell me how you escaped. You fucking tell me, investigator. I can't remember. Can you remember anything before you escaped? Agitation? Screams inside me? They woke me up for the first time in years. Screams? There was a burst of them. My whole body felt like it was on fire. I wanted to burst out of this world.
Investigator is here.
You no idea what caused this?
Of course.
It's your fucking job to find out. What do you know about KHX's disappearance? Who the fuck is that? Did you see the architect last night? Who? Did you see the doctor last night? How should I know? Alright, we are done. Thank you. Good information. Are we gonna go now? Wait, is there anything more I can talk to this lady about now? Now that we've got a bit more information from him. Actually, we didn't actually go into her information, did we? Shit, I forgot about that.
Paradise feels wrong.
You really believe Henry did this? Every bit of security breached by a citizen? This Labaju isn't a normal citizen, he's possessed by a demon. Of course I believe he did it. He broke free when I was there and we found him outside the council building.
What the hell?
You don't have any doubts? Are you stupid, Ninorochito? Can you think of anyone that has motive for the crime? Investigator. That Labaju in the cell did it. Don't waste my time.
The investigator.
You can't think of anyone else with a motive for killing the council and threatening the entire structure of the syndicate. What do you think? Is that a... Goodbye, huh? Have you got a motive, Akiko? Investigator? Oh my god. I don't have a motive, Ninorochito. I'm a soldier. Soldiers have honor and live to serve. I'll assume that's a no then. Tell me about your movements last night. I need your alibi. Have you read my report? Were you listening to what I told you?
Need to investigate.
It doesn't include what you did between Henry escaping and being found. I called witness when it happened.
Why?
He oversees the end of the island. He needed to know. Then I ordered my marshals to secure other syndicate members. What about the council? My best marshals were guarding them. They reported and all clear. But then they were killed. Is this a joke to you, Ninorochito? Do you want to die by my hand?
Investigator is here.
What do you do next? I went back to the barracks to organize the search for Henry. I found where he'd torn the prison bridge bars apart to escape. The Lavaju could have been anywhere. The Holy Seal marshals stopped responding. That's when we found Henry outside the council building.
Time.
What time was this? 3 past midnight. That's precise. Being precise is my job.
Sure.
Can anyone corroborate this? The word of the Grand Marshal wasn't good enough for you, Ninorochito?
The truth remains obscured.
An investigator can't go off your word. Witness will confirm my phone call, my marshals will confirm the rest.
You. Crime cannot hide.
Can I see your phone records? My records are classified. You're refusing to give evidence?
Got it.
Classified, Interrogating, I get it. Well, we'll just have to get them unclassified by judge, won't we? Do you know where KHX is? No, he's been missing for several days.
The
Have you searched for him?
investigator
What do you think? My marshals conducted a brief search, but we're stretched thin at the end of an island. There are several thousand citizens that need rounding up and taken to the slaughter ritual. Do you have any suspicions about what happened to him? No. If he wants to disappear, then let him.
Investigator is here.
Even though a mass murder happened last night? He didn't do it. Henry did. Oh, of course. Tell me about why your necklace is in KHX's workshop. You think you've stumbled onto something, don't you, Nenorochito? Got me at the scene of the crime? KHX made my necklace, and it broke a while ago. I took it to him to get repaired before the end of the island. When was this? About a month ago, when he went missing. I accepted that fate, decided that the necklace wasn't supposed to go to the next island. It's important to let things go. So you haven't been to his workshop in the last few days? There are slightly more important things to do at the end of an island. Does the doc have a motive for killing the council? I didn't have anything to say about the doctor. Did you see the doctor last night? I told you, he came to examine Henry after we found the labaju. That was after the murder. Did you see him before? No, I was busy. Did you know about the back door on Doom Jazz's clinic? Brought the power grid down a few years ago. When it came back online, that computer blew out. He was ordered to get the door fixed, but he never did. Why? How did he bring down the power? The reality folding drive kicks out an unfathomable amount of power, but the grid is fragile. A fine balance is maintained. The doctor tapped into the HQ's grid for some tests that he was doing that needed extra juice. There are official channels to go through to get extra power, but he doesn't care. When he gets excited about something, the syndicate moves too slowly for him. When he fired up his equipment, the HQ's grid went down. When it came back up, a number of systems blew out. It caused chaos. Why wasn't he forced to get the computer fixed? He has a lot of visitors, and likes the secrecy. That Puller wasn't in any rush. He smooth-talked his way out of it. There's nothing in your report about Henry seeing New Night during his escape. The babbling of a labaju possessed by a demon. There's only one statue of New Night on the island, correct? Why does it matter?
and the truth.
Where is it? Why do you care? Just answer the question. The statue is in the barracks. The goddess only gives her attention to
The
soldiers.
investigator is here.
So how could Henry have seen it last night? He couldn't have. The barracks are secure. He's spouting gibberish to confuse you, Nenorochito.
Love dies.
I'm just gonna ask, Akiko.
All the
Did you take him through the barracks last night? Are you out of your mind? You think I helped him escape? Nonsense. Goodbye, Nenorochito. If Henry went through the HQ to get to the council building, why didn't he show up on the HQ logs? The nightmare computer at the entrance to the HQ didn't log Henry entering the HQ. What is this, Rahat?
crime is
The logs contradict your report. What do you want me to say? I don't know how those things work. Maybe there was a malfunction. Maybe you found a way to slip past. Does that seem likely? Stop asking me to do your job. That's what everyone keeps saying. Did you see Yuri last night? You're making me mad, Nenorochito. Who cares about what his alibi is? The murderer is in this cage. I don't care if you're mad. How did Henry manage to escape? Thought I gave you my report. I must have been dreaming or hallucinating.
Bad feeling about this.
Okay, I get it. How did the bars of the bridge get broken? Henry broke through them. How? How did a citizen break through the bars? The strength of a demon. Use your head. Starlight's analysis of the residue of the bars says that it was explosives. Starlight is wrong. Your little machine is trying to analyze something demonic and doing the best it can. I mean, our computer is alien, remember? How did Henry escape if he was sedated? The labaju played us. The inhibitors needed to be stronger. The report says they were correct dosage. What if the demon tricked us, though? If the demon could slow Henry's body down, the dosage of inhibitors needed would be lower. The demon maintains his act, and then when the time comes, he drops the pretense and makes his move. Is that likely? As likely as anything, Nenorochito. Not that it matters, it is what happened. Why were you on your own when Henry escaped? It was just one pull-up prisoner that was supposed to be sedated. Sounds like arrogance. You sound like you have a death wish, Nenorochito.
This feels wrong.
You broke procedure, why? I'll admit hubris. My marshals do not come to the next island with us. They engaged in their final prayers. I wanted them to have one last moment of happiness before being wiped out. Well, that's kind of nice. Soldiers aren't supposed to know happiness when duty has to be done. Sounds like nobody around here gets to know happiness except the top brass. Did you see Architect last night? You should ask her. I'm not her babysitter. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago? What do you want, Interrogating? I told you about his possession. Why wasn't he executed when he was arrested? He posed a threat to the island. Are you stupid? The demon wouldn't die with him. The demon would escape into the island. So why execute him at the end of this island? Why not let him blink out of existence with the old island? That's the way it is, Interrogating. Criminals get theirs. He was a victim. You didn't want the demon to possess him. What do you know? You sure you didn't invite the demon in? You got deceived by a god. Don't forget that. Ooh, throwing that back in our face, are we? What an asshole. May your night be bright and may you reach the moon. Well, we are out of time for this episode. Because there was a lot of chatting up there, but I think we got some decent information that time. We need to head back to the barracks and find that statue of Lady Night, or whatever it was called. The Night Goddess. And we have a whole bunch of people still to talk to that we haven't talked to yet. Yeah, a whole bunch. And we still need to check out the actual crime scene, which we haven't been to yet either, which is probably pretty important, I would imagine. I can see stuff to pick up from here, and it's triggering my OCD like nobody's... Oh my god, there's a crystal right there. Look. Look at it. How do I get to it? Can I go in here? This door leads to the barracks. It's a secure tunnel. I can't go in though, can I? I want that crystal right there. I'm gonna go get it. Let's do it. Yes.
Those crystals obtained.
Hell yeah. That's exactly what I wanted. There's so much to find and pick up around here. I could totally have a foot bath now and everything will be fine. What's up here? Is this the barracks? This has got to be the barracks, right? I mean, it's on top of the barracks. Descriptive River Power Station schedule obtained. The work schedule for the River Power Station. This station helps distribute energy from the reality folding drive. Ah, that's the one that, what's-his-face blew out the power grid with. Nice. 12 blood crystals. Alright, we'll check out up here and then we're going to wrap this one up. What did that do? That just turned the power on. That's huge. Alright, what else is there? In here? Nope. That's a big nope. And we can't go in here either. Nope. Alright, well we better wrap this one up because we're out of time for today. We do need to find the statue on the barracks, and we do need to find out now what turning the power back on just did for us, because I'm sure it did something. Looks like that thing over there. Oh my god, there's so much. Dazzling Obelisk Charm obtained. A charm modeled after obelisks found on a Citadel planet in another solar system. Okay. Sure. Is it that thing we turned on? This thing's sparking and arcing and all that. Alright. So I'm gonna wrap this one up here because I keep getting distracted. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.